from Bad Monkey Studios in beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web. This is the B Team with Cory and Jim.
That's right. He's off a big win.
I haven't touched your planners. What's a guy? What's a Mr. Peanut? That's the mascot.
Yeah.
For
And he
Planters
wears
Nuts.
I'm not sure why he has
monocle.
vision issues, but
In the one eye.
Yeah.
That's. I think that was it for reading. Was that why that was invented?
he sports the monocle. Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's stupid. Why not just wear glasses? Because who wants to only see well in one eye?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want to commit a crime and say, well, I don't recall, or, you want to be vague because you couldn't see well out of the one eye. Just close the monocle eye a little bit, and then everything's blurry.
It was either one tall guy or one tall guy and two short guys. Couldn't tell, really.
He's pretty far away, so.
Or they were pretty far away.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't.
Colonel Klink wore a monocle.
Who?
Colonel Klink. Hogan's Heroes.
No.
No, man.
I'm aware of the movie. Just never
movie.
seen it. Is it a show?
Yeah, it was a show.
Whatever. Clearly, it was really popular and did a
Yeah.
lot of. It stood the test of time.
It's still on. So, yeah, it did.
TV Land. I Love Lucy's still on. It's one of the oldest shows in syndication. Still getting it, man.
Yeah. My understanding is Gilligan's Island is the longest running show in syndication. It's
I don't think that's true.
never been off the air.
I don't think that's
Never.
correct.
You don't think so?
I think I Love Lucy's longer.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, I have no way of
I'm talking straight out of my ass right now,
Yeah.
which I do most of the time. But I have a question for you. Most people know that you own chickens.
Yeah.
What is the gestation period for a chicken?
23 days.
Is that a fact?
Mm-hmm.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Because you have eggs. You have you have enough eggs you could start your own business of just selling.
Oh,
eggs.
yeah, sure.
Jimmy's Eggs,
Sure.
or I don't know. That's just a working title. But
Well, I rented a video in college called Jimmy's Eggs, and it had nothing to do with farming. I thought it did because I wanted to learn.
sure. There's some hay, bales of hay in a barn,
Yeah.
but there was no.
There were two farmers, but they were plowing for something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Well, they got to prep. This is tis the season, if you will. Corn's getting up there. Beans.
Oh, yeah, man.
You're gonna have to tend to that, if you will.
See, now you're talking my language, getting me a little bit excited.
Are you
over
hard right now?
here.
Could you imagine if some dude's got that pumped about farming?
Oh, man.
You mention the word John Deere, and he's 6 to midnight pitching a tent. He's like, "Look, I can tell you something about a tractor, son." Huh? There's a guy out there like that, guaranteed. There is.
Yep.
There is.
And he's wearing Amish clothing. I guarantee it.
Well, doesn't have to be flannel. I immediately go to flannel. Anytime, isn't that weird? Anytime anybody mentions a farmer to me, I'm like flannel and trucker hat,
Carhartts and
jeans. No, I think of jeans,
jeans,
but dirty.
Yeah.
There's always dirt because it's in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes cowboy boots or like Timberlands. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's personal preference. Depends on what he's into or she. I don't want to be sexist.
See, it's all GPS and high definition television and
Not
air
for the Amish
conditioned
folks.
cabs in the the farming community now, and they do their farming at night. Mostly,
I would too, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Out in the day,
Yeah.
like the Amish. No.
Yeah, the modern farmer, he's changed up a bit.
I imagine if most normal people, because I've seen this personally, now that I've been around you and a lot of these Amish dudes, I'd imagine that most normal people, if they walk through an Amish guy's shed, would think that they're going to be murdered that day, for sure, of all the tools of destruction.
Yep.
It looks like a horror movie, like a serial murderer We're going to do like one of those cool scenes from Mr. and Mrs. Smith where they have like those underground gun bunkers or something, or The Matrix when all those guns come and he's just pulling whatever he wants. Like, yeah, I imagine that's what a serial killer does when he walks into an Amish shed. It's just lined with weapons of murder.
It is.
I mean,
yeah,
it just sickles and stuff. Everything's sharp or rusty, which means if they don't kill you, you're going to get tetanus and die anyway.
Yeah.
So even if you've had your shots.
And not to cast aspersions on the farmer himself, but it does look creepy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the farmer's creepy, but I mean, you're exactly right. You go into an Amish shed or barn and you want to get right back out.
You're like, you know what? I've made a crucial error.
Yeah. I've stepped in a time machine. I am standing in 1721 and I'd like to go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything with farming, man, is just straight up weapons of death. A combine.
Everything sharp. A
combine.
Yeah.
That could run over a full-grown man and not even skip a beat, man.
Oh, yeah.
That thing would be chucking out bones.
You wouldn't know you hit something.
No.
You wouldn't know.
No way.
Yeah.
They're horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Scares me to death. Scares me to death.
Everything in farming is just a huge chipper shredder.
Yeah.
Everything.
That can bail your body up into a square.
Yeah, and you suburbanites, you have your
don't put me in a box.
Weed whacker, or in the Amish community, I've heard them call them weed whips. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Oh,
That's makes me laugh every time.
But you're not saying it right.
But yeah, a weed whip.
There you go.
Thank you.
Emphasize that H, buddy.
Even when there's not one.
That's right.
They have like industrial size. The farmers do. Like, so even the weed whacker will kill you on the farm. Yeah.
How, like a big one? Big?
Well, they're bigger and they're gas operated. The engine is bigger. Do you know why? Because it's swinging a chain.
Oh my God!
A chain is spinning around. Not the
that
little.
Sounds so awesome.
Not the little plastic, tiny,
the
little dental floss.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Nah.
Yeah.
Putting blades on a chain.
Yep.
Swinging that bad boy. That's awesome, man. I did not know that even existed.
Yep.
That's awesome. I want one now. I want to get it just for my yard.
They're basically swinging a mace at like 1,200 RPM.
In case they need to take out a small tree or something.
They will.
I
they
know.
Absolutely will.
Or like a deer hitting the neck. That's dinner right there. Without any of the work.
Yeah. What are you having over there?
Sipping on some Max. That
Delicious
Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max.
Smooth brown liquid.
Nectar.
Of the gods. So you had a late night last night, man.
I did. Was watching some
Olympics.
of the Olympi.
What'd you see? I saw some memes of Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
He's way better than everybody else in his sport. Like a lot. It's embarrassing when a dude can be actively racing you and laughing at you at the same time and still be beating you by like a half a second.
Yeah. That's very simply put, but it's very true. He's 6'5", right?
I don't know. I know he's big.
He's
a big dude. I mean, you watched the Olympics last night. I'm sure you saw the stat line.
Yes.
At least I would assume.
Have some more Max.
God, that's good.
He's 6'5", so coming out of the blocks, he even looks, when they show him in slow motion, it just looks uncomfortable.
Sure.
And there are people that, I mean, they blast out of the blocks before him. And he says if he can get caught up to you at the 60-meter mark, it's done. He's got you. There's no question.
I've seen it happen a bunch of times.
Yeah.
He's amazing to watch, though, as far as him being a sprinter.
Yeah.
Like you said, even if he gets a bad start, give that dude a second to catch you, and he's going to pass you.
Yep.
Gonna do it.
That's what he did last night. The American guy was in the lead all the way until, I mean, it wasn't, 10, 15 steps before the line. What do you call that?
Finish line?
Finish line. That he...
They also sell shoes, too.
It's
a popular brand or a store.
But yeah, it is amazing to watch him. And you think, you think he's a blowhard and all that stuff. Costas did a little piece with him and talked to him and stuff like that. And he said that's all prearranged. It's a character he plays. He said people loved it. He saw that people loved that, so he started doing that all the time, the little showing off stuff.
Oh, sure.
Having fun with people and that sort of thing. And
I think people like a sports character.
Yeah, and he is.
Somebody either to root for or against, a polarizing person.
Yeah.
That's why Muhammad Ali was so big, because a lot of people hated him, but a lot of people liked him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, he makes it look so effortless. That's the thing that amazes me is when he's running, it doesn't look like he's trying hard, like the Rocky scene in Rocky 3. He looks like Carl Weathers racing Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, but for real. He just looks like he's having an easy day passing dudes that are straining their ass off to try and beat him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What else did you watch? You watched a little of that? Sprinting? Track and field?
Yeah, we watched some
Is the South
gymnastics.
African dude still in there? No legs? Tink Tink?
Pretorius?
Yeah.
That guy.
Murderer.
No,
Murderer.
isn't he in prison or something?
No, I don't think he got.
And this isn't the Paralympics we're talking about.
He was in the legit Olympics.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right.
he ran against people with legs.
Yeah, no, he's no Oscar Pistorius.
Something like that. Yeah.
No.
Wasn't it? He didn't do it.
No.
Yeah, he's got other stuff going on. Really couldn't dedicate his time so much to running.
Not anymore.
Well, he's probably tried to run, but all you got to do is take out one of those paper clips, as what's his name would say, Cat Williams. Man, he fell hard too, didn't he? You said there's a video of him fighting a teenager and losing.
Who, Cat Williams?
Yeah.
Well, he's 3 feet tall.
I know he's tiny.
A leprechaun.
He's a tiny dude. Yeah, I know.
Why is he fighting somebody?
He seems angry, all the time.
Yeah.
He's really pissed about something.
Why do you think he's
I don't
angry?
know.
He's not making that Eddie Murphy money, and he thinks he should be, or what?
Every comedian, nobody's touching Eddie Murphy's money, but Kevin Hart's coming pretty close.
Yeah, but
now,
Kevin Hart is nonstop. Kevin Hart,
he's a very hard worker.
Yeah.
Very hard worker. I will say that, man. That dude does not quit.
It's like wintertime, and he's got to be careful of overexposure.
Oh, my God. And you're trying to do stand-up professional. That's going to be a rough go. You said gymnastics. I heard that the American gals are doing well.
Yeah, the little Simone girl, little tiny girl, little 16.
They're all tiny, aren't they?
She's
the gymnastics one. They're like 4 feet something.
Yeah,
you got to be
either that or they go the other direction. There's a couple
huge.
like the German girls. Watched those last night.
Well, they're German, man. Come on. They're big ones.
I'm not convinced they were ladies, but that's me.
Just be like the Russians, man. Just get banned. Just be open about taking steroids. But okay, everybody else is doing it.
There was a 41-year-old Russian lady who actually made the semifinals or whatever.
For what?
Yeah.
Gymnastics?
Yeah, for the vault.
Wow.
For the vault.
That is most of them are 16 years old, yeah. When they're in there. You're considered old as hell
21.
in gymnastics when you're in your 20s, even young 20s. I don't know if she's going to be able to do this. She's past her prime. It's like, what?
Yeah.
She can't even drink yet at a bar legally in the United States, but yet she's done for her sport. Well, that makes no sense.
It doesn't.
It's weird.
It really is.
Athletics are just weird, though. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You're 35 and you're an old man in any sport.
Mm-hmm.
Any sport. Doesn't matter. God, you're old. I'm 35, man.
Well, they're talking about Michael Phelps, 31. They're talking about him let's take him out and we got to take him out in the field and shoot him. He's done.
Or he's going to the glue factory.
Yeah.
And for horse burger, whatever.
30. What do you think? Will he be back or is he done? He says he's done. He says, nope, I'm done.
What else does he need to do? That dude's just going to go eat and get fat and high, man. Yeah. He's got enough money.
He's earned it.
He's going to be on Wheaties boxes till he's a 80-year-old dude, man. He's good to go.
Yeah, personal appearances are going to.
Yeah, oh yeah, yep. I'm sure he'll do something else, but He might coach or something.
Until the eve of his 70th birthday when he decides he wants to be a woman. Like Bruce Jenner.
Like, dude.
Yeah. Bruce Jenner, man, on a Wheaties box one day and 30-some years later.
Good for him.
He's a pretty lady.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say pretty.
No.
I'm not gonna. You're a little loose and fast with that pretty word, man. Okay. I'm just saying.
Well, Nick Cage.
He's got a new movie out. I don't know if you saw it. I was at the store last night. I don't remember what exactly it's called. I was intrigued because I wanted to see it. But him and Frodo, dude that played Frodo, they made a movie.
Really?
I mean, it was one of those direct
You're talking
DVDs.
about Nick Cage?
I'm talking about Rage Cage.
Mm-hmm.
My boy. Receding hairline, grandma.
Is he playing somebody's grandma? Is he playing Cher?
No, he has a mustache.
Yeah. Oh, really?
He has a mustache.
Well, you got to start covering that up. After a while, yeah.
You need to change it up for sure,
dude. If they
take some attention off your hairline.
If they made a movie about Bruce Jenner turning into a pretty lady or a lady,
yeah,
that you'd go to Cage, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Why would you not?
Yep.
Number one, veteran. Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna not only is he gonna dedicate the time necessary to play that role correctly, but I'm pretty sure that he is an Olympic level swimmer already. I'm not. I gotta fact check that. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere in a story or just some passing that he's a pretty avid swimmer. Speaking of which, are we talking about mustache? I got a new stash off.
Stash off?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Are you ready?
I am.
Who wore it better? This one, I told you. I already prepped you. I didn't tell you who.
Right.
But the first one is Ron Swanson, better known as Nick Offerman. Okay?
Nick Offerman. I'm going to write these down.
Write them down because I feel like this is going to be a battle today.
Okay.
All right. Now, the second one, bit of a dark horse. Most people, if you're going to think about a stash off, this guy's not going to come up, I feel. Okay? Are you ready?
ICK. Okay, Offerman.
Mm-hmm. Don't spell Nicholas. Just Nick. That'll take you forever. Yeah, that'll take you forever.
Okay. Okay.
And just put O. You don't worry about the last name. We'll say it.
My OCD won't let me.
Versus.
Right. Okay.
My boy, heavy hitter, Wilford Brimley.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Better known as the diabetes guy.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
I know I messed up the name of diabetes because Wilford likes to call it diabetes. Okay. Stash off.
Holy smokes.
You know who I'm taking.
You're all about
Brimley. All day. Offerman has a phenomenal mustache. I'll give it to him. The guy can grow a stash. But Brimley has got to be twice his age. Mm-hmm. So he's probably had that stash as long as Nick's been alive.
Yeah.
Still wears it despite his diabetes and wears it well.
Is he still with us?
I don't know. He might be dead. Which I bet you dig that body up, skeletonized, still gonna be a mustache on there. Bet money on it.
Luxurious, just
thick, creamy, everything you want in a mustache. Like, cause I think he's almost to the point where he was gonna, like Brimley, it looked like he wanted to curly Q it.
Yes.
A tad.
Yeah.
But he's just gonna leave it where it's at. He doesn't want to fully commit to the whirly bird.
Here's the thing. Offerman agreed in the mustache world. God with a little G. But when Offerman shaves his off, I would imagine it takes some time to get this back. To take care of everything, to do what you need to do. I would imagine it takes a little bit of time to get it back. Whereas Wilford Brimley looks to me to be a guy who, if he shaves it off Monday and you call him and say, hey, we need you for a part Friday, and it has to do with mustaches, he would have that thing grown back out Friday. He would come in with a beautiful...
I would imagine Tuesday morning that thing's full again.
Yeah.
We're just talking about maintenance work by Friday,
Mm-hmm.
clean it up, just little odds and ends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there's
nothing
no
against
doubt.
Offerman at all.
No, great mustache.
Great stash. One of the greatest.
But I got it. I got it. This is rare too. We usually don't agree on stash off day.
No, we don't.
But Brimley, man,
Yeah.
yeah, he's there. He's the winner. He's a winner today.
So Brimley's in. We just have to find out if he's still alive to send him his trophy.
His free shirt.
Yeah, his shirt and his mug.
We got mugs.
Yeah, we got mugs.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm getting one of those. I'm an avid coffee drinker.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm not drinking Max, that is. Which I do every show.
Mm-hmm. We love our Max.
Still waiting on that check. Anywho. We got to talking a little bit. We got time. We need to go to break.
We need to take a really
Let's take
quick
a
one,
break.
and
All right.
we will be right back. O'Brien Medicine. When you care about people, you create relationships, trust, and loyalty that no amount of money can buy. When you care about people, you are truly making a difference in their lives. Better health and wellness through medical and alternative treatments makes our patients' lives better. O'Brien Medicine, offering same-day appointments and flexible scheduling to meet your needs. O'Brien Medicine, tailored treatment options including nutrition, exercise, and medical interventions. Find out more at o'brienmedicine.com or call 614-344-7601. O'Brien Medicine, home of the same-day appointment. Hey B-Teamers, this is Jim, letting you know that our quality, all-cotton, pre-shrunk tagless tee is now available in our store. From the beach to the boardroom, nothing says, hey, look at me, I'm adequate, like a B-Team with Cory and Jim t-shirt. So go to point19productions.com and get you some.
Hi, this is Emma Woods. Check out my book Beast and Savages and listen to the B Team with Cory and Jim.
Kids are saying these days. I don't think they're saying that, but
They
they'll
will
probably
now.
catch on after this
Now that
episode.
they've heard you.
We talked a little bit briefly before we fired the old cast up about social contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me, I don't know if this is true, that you have fashioned a work of literature based upon social contracts,
We have.
which piqued my spidey senses because if you don't think about it, there's a lot of that goes on every day.
Sure.
Social contracts.
Sure.
It's a daily occurrence for everybody, every human being.
Mm-hmm.
What has your research kind of told you about social contracts?
There are things, and social contract is different than social law or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't even rank in with like social order or anything.
Okay.
Like there's no law that says when you go into McDonald's or into the bank that you have to wait in a line.
That's true.
If you cut through that line, there's nobody that can come and put you in handcuffs. I mean, unless you start punching people in the head.
Yeah, because it's going to escalate to that.
Yeah, but
McDonald's.
yeah, right. But there, yeah, I want my nuggets. But yeah, there's nothing saying that you can't just walk in the door and walk right up to the counter. But
McDonald's
most people,
could say.
because McDonald's can say all day,
Well, sure, yeah, it's not illegal, right?
right? But you can walk right in, walk right up to the counter, and you've not broken any law other than you've broken a social contract, because we've all decided somewhere. When we were becoming civil, we've decided, hey, you need to get in line if you come in. You weren't here first, get in line. I mean, you can see the toughest thug criminal guy 99 times out of 100 will get in line at the ATM, and stand in the proper place, not get in somebody's back pocket, while
Before he robs you.
before he robs you. Yes. Yeah.
Etiquette.
Those things like that.
I've never thought about that. That's crazy. I mean, how, without giving too much away, I guess, how extensive was is the spectrum of social contracts? Because when you started talking, I immediately thought about people dating and like sexual encounters.
Really?
Like in a bar. Because that's a contract, I mean, in a way.
Yeah.
Let's say, I mean, some people go to as far as, not I wouldn't think the Dave Chappelle skit where he had chicks signing an actual contract before he had sex with them.
Yeah. A legal contract.
Right.
Different than, yeah.
But when two people meet, things, they're hitting it off.
Mm-hmm.
They enter into some sort of an agreement, if you will.
Well, you do, but
is that different? Is that
it is? It is slightly because the caveman days. If I went into a club now, hit some girl in the head to drag her back to my cave, I've broken laws.
Sure.
And if I just started jamming body parts into body parts,
oh yeah,
it's going to be rape. Yeah, right. I'm going to be in lots of trouble. So that goes beyond social contract. A social contract in a bar situation really doesn't apply to like couples or to dating or to finding a mate, that sort of thing. They really don't, outside of like guys using their pickup lines.
Well, elaborate.
There's nothing I really can't say to
sure
for pickup, well, whether it's successful or not, I don't know, but I'm allowed by social contract to approach. It's almost expected for me
at a bar. Yeah,
there's a single, there's a single girl sitting at the bar.
Well, in your case, a guy, but
yeah,
I'm kidding. You're married, so yeah, okay. So there's basically no. What you're saying, a social contract in the terms of like almost a definition. I don't want to say that we're defining it, but it would be there's no like consequence or law dictating the outcome kind of thing. Like there's no bounds like that. There's just everybody agree that you can do this thing.
Yes,
this is not illegal. There's no crime, involved or anything like that. It's just it's an accepted fact that as people mill about in society, you can do X, Y, and Z, and that's a social contract that everybody's just agreed upon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
A social contract, and another social contract that a lot of people break before you come to this restaurant or this club or whatever, that you've showered and you look like a human being. You didn't just get up, walk in here in your underwear, which again, not illegal.
Right.
I could walk into McDonald's
unless they're crotchless.
That's exactly right.
We're talking
a
little bit different.
But I guarantee you, if I walked into McDonald's or anywhere else just wearing my Calvin Klein grubbies, that's it. That's gonna generate some phone calls to your local police department.
Right. Plus,
even
no
though
shoes, no shirt, no service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember that.
That's old school though. That goes way back.
They do.
Before the dawn of time.
No shoes, no shirt, no deal.
Yep. You made an interesting point though, and that kind of a known axiom of caveman hitting a chick, cave chick over the head for the mating purposes. I wonder where that started. 'Cause I think the caveman's getting a raw deal, bro. I think he a little wooed. There's some courtship there. Yeah. I'm not going to say they were all rapists. No. Some of them were, for sure. Because CSI, how you going to catch me? That wasn't me.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
A lot of it was based on smell.
That's what they sound like. But
it was based on smell because everybody was hairy.
Sure.
Right?
Well, allegedly.
I
didn't live back then.
You didn't know what was under that little flap of sealskin until you looked and smelled.
Oh, could you imagine the smell?
No. Well, go to a little Amish dent and bent store and you're getting close.
That's just scratching the surface. Yeah. Because they're not. Yeah, some of them dudes are hairy and they got beards, but come on, man.
Yeah.
When I'm gonna say 90% of your body's covered in fur.
Yeah.
And you get to sweating and not bathing.
Oh, the only bath there was is if you fell into the water.
Or a tar pit and survived.
Yeah.
Then you got that on you. You know what I'm saying? So.
Could you imagine? Woo! Yeah.
We would.
No, I'm
Nope.
sensitive to that. I'm pretty sensitive.
Smells a strong one
I
to get
sit
over.
beside a funky fella on the airplane or whatever, and it'll ruin my day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because you can't get away from that.
Nope.
You can close your eyes.
Yeah.
You know, you can even go as far as throwing on some headphones or something and some music to avoid noise pollution for your ears.
Yeah.
But short of plugging your nose with something, you got to smell that.
Yeah. And you're just praying for a baby to soil its diaper.
And if you plug that up, you will start tasting it.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
something tastes off about
It's
the air.
palpable. You can feel it. It's like
You can feel that stench.
It layers your tongue.
Ugh.
And nasty.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's like a wet mule.
Wet animals smell horrible.
Yeah.
All wet animals, man. There's not
Yeah.
like a specific. Even dolphins
Mm-hmm.
and fish, they're wet. They smell horrible.
They do.
There's something with water and animals that just don't mix well with smell, especially the furry ones. You know what I mean? It's a little gross.
Ugh.
Wet dog.
Mm-mm. Your beaver.
Got your beaver.
And that's wet. Yeah, those.
Wet beaver might be some of the nastiest smelling stuff
Yeah. And that's going to stay with you.
for a while.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do a couple rounds of dial to knock that out. You know what I mean?
Ew.
At least. Or Head and Shoulders, whatever you're into. Irish Spring, Dove, whatever.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Well, I remember when you were against my idea of naming this the Beaver Slap Studio.
Certain
Remember?
connotations. Certain
Yeah.
connotations.
Yeah. You're like, no, they stink. A wet beaver stinks. I'll have nothing to do with it.
No,
You
sir.
shunned it. You shunned
I
that
did.
idea.
I had to. I felt, I don't get uppity about much, but I put my foot down on that,
On a wet beaver.
on a wet beaver.
Yeah.
Put my foot right down on it.
Yeah. Which is going to double the odor.
Yeah, because
A
your
foot
foot
and a
stench
wet- yeah.
with a wet beaver,
Yeah. Man, oh man.
wet animal, and corn chips. Or whatever else you stepped in that day. You know?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That's not a dip, sir.
Speaking of wet animals, though, man, I found something super awesome.
Okay.
You're familiar with, like, reward perks, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got them now. The little cards, you gun them. Oh, you know, you got to buy like $1,000 worth of material to get a candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
Not similar, or very similar to cat perks, which are, if you buy, which I do, I buy Purina cat food for my cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is your cat stink.
I don't smell my cat
Yeah.
very often. She's indoor outdoor. She's a murderer. She probably smells pretty bad because she kills a lot of rodents.
Okay.
But I like rewards. You know, I like being rewarded for my loyalty of buying your product. Number one, the food that I buy my cat helps her not vomit all over my house. Okay. So I like that. I'm a fan of that because I don't like cleaning up cat puke.
No.
You know? But anyway, I'm inputting my code to get my points to date since I've started this, which hasn't been very long. But I've got 51,000 points. Okay.
That seems like a lot.
Each bag's like 15,000 or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
It sounds to me like you should be like you're at Lamborghini or Ferrari level.
You would think
51,000.
You would think that, right?
Sure, I do.
'Cause that's
think
like a
that.
year's worth of cat food right there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm like, oh, cool, man. I've got 51,000 points. I'm about to get a big screen TV.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Wrong. Okay. Not only can I not get not even a cat bowl yet, I went to the max. Okay. I said, like, what's the coolest thing I can get? A Dyson vacuum. Okay. You know how many points that is? 1,500,000. Okay. Mind you, 51,000 is a year's worth of cat food buying. Okay.
Yeah.
So you think about that. That's like 10 years of cat food. Maybe I'll get there.
Oh.
But the best thing I saw for 135,000 points, okay, almost triple, almost 3 times the amount I have now,
Yeah.
for a book entitled A Letter to My Cat. A year's worth of buying cat food. I can't even get a free book entitled A Letter to My Cat. You believe that?
Oh, man.
Not only
Yes, I do.
is it incredible that that book exists,
Yes.
'cause
Yep.
what the fuck? But
Yeah.
I can't even, after years worth of buying cat food, I can't even get that for free.
Yeah. And now I need to know about this. I need to know about this book.
I'm holding out now. I'm saving up
Mhm.
because when I get enough points for that book, it's getting got.
Do you know, is the author a dude
I don't know.
or a chick?
I have not researched it. I was just amazed that book even was a
Yeah.
thing.
No, of course it is.
It's
Do you
a dude,
not have
though.
the internet?
It's a dude.
Do you-
Well, no, I know that there's cat videos. There's an abundance of those. There's a billion cat videos, but A Letter to My Cat, man. Somebody took the time to write a book about a letter that they wrote to their
Yeah.
cat and thought that other people would want to read it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, what's amazing is
But I still can't get
the
it. for
videos
free.
and the photos that I've seen of people talking about how much they love their animals. And I understand that. You
Yes.
love your animals. It's like a family member.
Yeah.
But to put out a video or a photo of you kissing that animal, like dead on the mouth.
On the mouth.
Yeah, because that cat, before you got home today, that cat spent about 4.5 hours to 5 hours licking its asshole.
Yeah. Cleaning
That's
that boy
all.
off.
That's all it did. It concentrated because you weren't there to distract it, so it had time to get in there and really
Use that scratchy
clean
tongue.
them out. Yeah, and then you get home. Oh, there's Papa Num Nums. I'm gonna give him a big kiss.
Right on the mouth.
Yep, right on the old jibs. There you go, Papa. How's that smell? The rest of the day, you're wiping off your mustache, going, "What did I get on me today?" No,
What?
yeah.
I keep smelling poop.
Did I step in something?
Constantly checking your shoes.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you
Come
just
here.
got.
Was that you, little Tiffany? Did you toot?
Toot's such a funny word.
Isn't it though? Especially
is.
coming from a guy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is pretty. It's pretty amazing. I've got a question for you. Conundrum. I was thinking about it the other day.
Did we wrap up the social contract thing, or did we leave anything hanging
we
there?
bypassed that
Okay.
miles ago.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
We can get back into it.
No, I don't. No, that's not necessary.
I just was curious.
I wanted to make sure we didn't leave anyone hanging. I'm sorry. Before we started another
I don't care
rant
about those people.
Okay.
Okay.
Holy,
I'm kidding. Of course, I love our listeners.
we
The
love
5 of you
Yeah.
out there.
Well,
Thank you.
there's 5 in Germany alone.
What? Nice.
Germany, Poland,
Let's see some schnitzel.
Surrey.
Not dick pics.
Yeah.
Send me some schnitzel.
I told you we are incredibly popular
in the Europe.
places that are not here.
Sure. Oh yeah, people hate us here probably.
Yeah.
No, I got to thinking. Speaking of hate, what are the most badass jobs? Specifically, the top. I want your ranking because I started thinking about mine. The top 5 most badass jobs you can do.
Now, by badass, you don't necessarily mean dangerous.
They can be.
Well, they can be, but you don't mean
It doesn't have to
dangerous.
be dangerous.
Okay.
But if somebody walks like the bar needs to be set. If somebody walks up to you and says, "I do this," you have to be like, "That's badass."
Okay. Yeah, because it's different for me than it is my kids.
Right.
Because my kids, excuse me, I'm sorry. My kids, they all right now want to be our trash man because he throws.
Which is not
he,
badass.
He picks
That's
up
not.
he picks up the barrel, throws it in the front, and then throws it in our front yard. They think that's awesome.
Sure.
They like to see how far he can throw our trash can when he's done. Yeah.
It depends on how angry he is that
So they-
morning.
Yeah.
Has he had his coffee?
Yeah.
If not, he's going to throw it a little bit further.
Well, I can tell you this. I'm always, I guess, I don't know if I'm a sucker or whatever, but I
always am impressed with a professional athlete because of the dedication that I realize it takes.
Okay.
Now, but we're not just talking about being impressed with them, right? It's got to be badassery that's involved.
Well, to you,
because
it's personal.
Well,
so it's
I mean,
subjective.
because only like 0.5% of 1% of the population who think they want to be professional athletes actually make it.
Right.
So that always impresses me.
Where I would agree with you is only in a couple of athletic pursuits.
Okay.
Rugby players, pretty badass.
Okay.
Just because it's like football without padding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty badass. Hockey players, but not all of them. The enforcers, the guys that fist fight for a living
Okay.
on skates,
Okay.
which if you're a fighter, that's badass, but do it on skates.
Okay.
That's the degree of difficulty
All right.
jumps up about 100.
So your badassery is red meat and punching
More-
people in the eyeball.
Tennis players, I wouldn't consider to be bad. I play tennis.
You do. And
That's
did.
not badass though. It's not badass to play tennis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people consider certain players to be badass. There's not a tennis player on the planet that's badass. It just doesn't exist. Unless
All right.
like an MMA fighter plays tennis as well, which they probably don't.
Yeah, if
that dude's bad.
you tell me you've been MMA or Brazilian jiu-jitsu trained for, 15 years, I'm intimidated by that.
Yes. Oh, for
I
sure.
mean, I'm like, okay, I will not, piss in your gravy.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It is
I
now.
might have just made it up.
TM. TM.
Yeah, don't let me see that
That's
on
a
a t-shirt.
That's a t-shirt. Pissing your gravy. So pro athlete for you, huh? That's one.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm sticking to my guns. 'Cause, yeah, especially if you tell me you're a football player.
That's super hard to do. I will agree.
Nearly
a lot
impossible.
Of lot of dedication to get to that level.
Yeah.
A lot of dedication, and that takes up your entire life.
Yeah.
You don't do anything else but that.
Nope.
Clearly. For me, always making the list, fighter pilot. Every time.
Yeah.
Super badass. If you can't get laid being a fighter pilot, then
Yeah.
you're ugly as fuck.
Yeah. Test pilot. Yeah.
No.
No.
Gotta be a
because he's
fighter
going to die.
No. Yeah, dude, how awesome. Well, not for that dude, but how good of a salesman do you have to be to tell a dude, hey, man, we got this new plane. Nobody's
Ooh.
flown it yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
You could be the first.
Oh, yes.
Not all the kinks have been worked out. We're not even sure that it's going to go very far.
Wait, what now?
But you look like an awesome pilot.
Okay, back to the safety.
Anywho, it pays well.
Ooh.
Just need to get it up and land it. That's all we're looking for.
Ooh.
Yeah, you hopping in there?
Hmm.
Yeah, and then the dude's like, yeah, man, it's fired up.
Yeah. Yeah, there are those.
I'm sure. Just don't even care.
Mhm.
They're like, well, where do I sign? When do I get
There's
to
a
fly
big difference between dads now who schedule play dates and dads back then who were like, yeah, mom will take care of you kids. I'm going to go test out this kick-ass fighter jet. I might die, sure.
But
And yeah,
I might not.
yeah.
That's
I might be home for supper. Maybe, I don't know. What are you asking me for?
Either way, that Salisbury steak better be hot
Yeah.
when I roll in.
Yep. And he comes home smelling like scotch, cigars, lipstick on his
Badass.
collar, and badassery.
Fighter pilot. So that's on my list. That's in my top 5.
Okay.
Another one of my top 5. Not so much the job per se, but if a lady does the job, because it's a male-dominated field. Lumberjack, female lumberjack,
Like swinging an axe lumberjack?
or a chainsaw. We don't have to relegate it to axe. Okay, there's new technology out there, helps you get the job done a little quicker. But it's got to be hand done though. None of those cool saw-looking machines with the things on them. And you can control them with the lever.
Well, you're painting a
and
picture.
wheels.
You're painting a picture.
I'm a
I can
wordsmith.
see you. Yeah. I
It's a
can see
shame.
this piece of equipment.
It's a shame that I haven't written many a novel.
It is. It is Stephen King.
I mean, I'm working on several adult novels, okay, right now.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll break that out another day. So, female lumberjack. That's on my top 5 badass list. Because,
Really?
Yeah, think about it. Okay? You're a lumberjack. You're going in to talk to Joe Schmo about buying some trees from him to lumberjack up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Dude walks in, stereotypical. He knows, guy's already expecting that. Female walks in, she's already behind the curve, So she's got to make the sale and then go out and jack it up.
Did you base
Nope.
this entire
No,
premise
don't take it
on
there.
on just so you could say jack it up?
No. First of all, it's
Lumberjack.
badass that Jack is in the title
Yeah.
of the job.
Yeah.
But think about it, man.
Okay, well, your lumberjack takes me to the forest, which takes me to fires, which takes me to the fire jumpers that jump out of the airplane
Wait, what?
into the fires
Wait, what?
to put the firefighters.
This is the thing?
Yes.
They leap into fires.
Yes, they do.
Where at? In
Usually
forests?
out west, out in the forest.
Nobody does that.
They're fire
Those are the
jumpers.
worst fires.
Look it up on your clickety-clack.
They jump into the fire.
Yes,
to
they
do
do
what?
with all their equipment. With a ton of equipment on their back, they jump. Parachutes, they jump into,
Fires.
yeah. Maybe not parachutes. Maybe, I don't know.
They
Maybe
have
just
to
ropes out
like
of
a bungee
yeah.
cord.
Something. They come out of aircraft, helicopters and such. And they go fight the fire. Yep, all by themselves.
Who's signing up for that shit?
Yeah, no kidding.
Because what if you run out of water?
Young, very strong people. And there's females that do that. That's badassery.
Yeah. When you're willing to fight fire with limited water, it's pretty badass.
Well, they dig they dig the trenches and all that stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. And then when they have the water drops, the air drop.
Yeah.
I mean, they're right under that. They get hit with that, so that it gets all steamy and hot, and a lot of them boil.
Well,
Then
yeah.
a lot of them die.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty.
That's pretty bad. I'll give you that.
badass.
I'm gonna go with the surfer.
Oh,
I'll tell you.
sad ass,
I'll tell you why.
unemployed ass. Go.
A pro surfer. Come on, bro. Number one, they ride 50-foot waves. Okay, which is horrifying to me because I don't like water. But it's apparently now, since there's all PETA exists and there's restrictions on fishing and killing sharks, like shark attacks are way on the rise because why not? Who's stopping? Because it's a shark, man. You're not going to say, "Oh, hey, buddy," and pet it because it's just going to rip your arm off because it's a fucking shark.
Yeah.
So not only are you contending with great whites, which they don't even attack people like a lot of other sharks, like tiger sharks, which are still big sharks.
Yeah.
But great whites aside, okay, they still have to contend with shark attacks and giant tsunami waves that, when those hit land, destroy shit. Like, it just destroys shit. Plus, they can drown really easily. I was listening to this dude talk about it. He's a professional surfer. The day where he almost died is he crashed on the wave and he got pushed under, which is common, right? You get pushed under the water.
Right.
But and you usually have to wait 30 seconds or so before you can pop back up and kind of feed back into the wave system. But if you mistime it and get pushed back even further down by the next wave, that's how a lot of people die surfing, because they can't go back up to breathe. So this dude said he was underwater for about a minute and a half, which for somebody holding your breath, that doesn't seem like a long time. Yeah. Well, for normal people it does. But somebody trained, like these people have to go to training, or they do, I would assume they do go to training, in a completely calm situation. Most, I would say, lay people could maximum get 2 minutes. People that do it on a regular basis can get up to like 4, or something like that. Or people that train people can get like 7 minutes, which sounds like an assload of time, which it is to hold your breath. But it can be done, apparently, just mental. But think about getting thrashed by waves, losing oxygen, faster. So they have to contend with drowning on a daily basis, crashing and injuring themselves on a daily basis, and shark attacks.
Man.
So it's pretty badass, I'm going to say. You usually don't think so. You wouldn't think a surfer's pretty badass.
Right.
But I'm not going to go ride a fucking 50-foot wave ever in my life. Not even. I wouldn't even do that on a boat, dude. Like, because you've seen that Perfect Storm movie where that boat is just basically vertical? That's one of the most horrifying things I've ever seen. Okay, forget a slasher flick, bro.
Yeah.
You take me out on a boat and then a wave like that comes? Fuck that shit, homie. I'm out. Papa's out. No dice. I don't care how much money I'm making from catching crabs, all right? And all the fish.
That's a pretty dangerous job, too.
Crabbing?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. I know. It is. It is, man. You get tossed around.
Somebody die like every year.
Being on a boat in the middle of the ocean to me just seems stupid.
I couldn't imagine.
Because at any point in time, if the Earth just decides, you know what, we're going to send a mega wave to destroy something, you're dead. It's not like, we're going to fight through that, even on a boat, man. It's like, nah, okay, we've had a good run. Or the ocean could legitimately hold a kraken. What if one of those things just destroys a ship? That's a huge squid, man.
Yeah, it is.
Okay?
Did you ever think you were going to get to use kraken?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you?
Oh, hell yeah. On this podcast, we've talked about the chupacabra, okay? The Bigfoot.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, all right. So what's up? What's the next one for you? I got two more.
Oh, do you? You're writing down over there?
Well, I got to keep track.
All right. How about the, have you ever seen, this might be getting into pilot stuff, though. You already mentioned pilot. But
specifically fighter pilots, though.
Okay. This is the helicopter pilot.
That'll count.
Who is a cowboy.
Wait, what?
In Australia, they herd cattle with these small helicopters. And everybody dies. Everybody dies. Every one of them dies within 15 minutes of the time he goes up in the air. They all die. It's amazing. Yeah. The death rate is amazing.
Really?
On these guys. Yeah, because they will come down, they'll zoom down, and they will bump the cattle with their skids.
What the?
They'll bump them. They'll push them with their skids.
That's
and
pretty.
then go, just all over the place. Yeah.
Because one of those, you piss off the wrong cow.
Yeah.
It latches on with its teeth and then
Thank
throws
you.
off your weight ratio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's a pretty badass job.
So a helicopter herder.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, I don't know.
Helicopter cowboy.
Well, you mixing two of the most badass things together, helicopters and cowboys.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be badass. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I told you.
You did, and I didn't believe it. I'm sorry. That's on me, though. That's on me. What else? What else is a super uncommon badass job?
Fluffer.
For
the porn biz. No, that's not bad.
Yeah,
that's sad ass again.
That's a sad ass job.
Yeah.
That's a depressing job.
All right. What's next?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I had one, but then I lost it when you were talking about.
I thought you had two more written down.
No, I'm keeping track of the ones I've already said because that's more practical than to already be prepared and to have them locked and loaded. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's kind of badass? That they don't drop things? Are those like bartenders that throw shit? Like bottles in the air and stuff and mixed drinks? That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Think about how many people, like, because I would imagine that as a bartender that does that job, you might drink a little, you know? Somebody gets you a shot.
Yeah.
You try tossing that shit around a little tipsy, you might miss a bottle or two, you know? Somebody might get hit in the head. That's a lawsuit. At the least. What if it shatters and slices their neck open? That's murder, okay? Well, or, you know, manslaughter at the very least, you know?
You couldn't stretch this out. You couldn't make a lady get cut that's pregnant. Sliced open the baby bag.
I can take it anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
We'll get
double murder.
We'll get Saul
That's
up in here.
Murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get that bad if need be. But that's kind of badass.
Sure it is.
It looks cool.
Tom Cruise did it.
Damn. He's a special man though.
Is there any acting job that's badass to you?
Stunt
or is
man.
it just pretending? Yeah. Oh, stuntman is pretty badass.
Stuntman's pretty badass.
Stuntman is pretty badass.
You just basically have to be willing to get injured to be a stuntman. I think that's probably the only question on the form, like the application. Are you willing to go to the hospital with an injury?
And then in parentheses, because you will.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not, I've made it 10 years in the biz.
Yeah.
Not a scratch on me. Like, day one, you're probably gonna end up cut or with something broken. Because your job is basically to destroy shit.
Or blowed up.
You're gonna get in an explosion, car crash. You're gonna jump off of something.
Yeah.
Even doing a fight scene where you have to go through like props. You catch a splinter, and those things, man. You get one deep enough. Those are painful. You got to back those out slowly, or you get micro splinters around it. Okay.
I didn't know that that Burt Reynolds was involved in this big thing. He and his stunt man were kind of pissed at each other for years and years. Yeah, what's that guy? Hal Needham was his stunt man.
I'm more impressed that you know that dude's name.
Yeah.
A lot of stunt guys don't get a lot of.
No, they don't.
A lot of shine, man.
No, they don't. He did. But he just got to the point where he got tired of Burt going out and telling people, I do my own stunts. I do most of my own stunts.
I'd be super pissed, too.
Yeah. Yeah. He got tired of it, so he's like, I'm tired of this. So he actually hired a what do you call it? A person that gets your name out there. I don't want to say PR, but marketing. Yeah, public relations. Yeah, PR. He hired a PR company to
wow.
And they did it, man. They did it up. He had his own toy and everything.
Are you serious?
He was on every talk show this PR guy could get him on. He did everything, and he went out there and he told it. Yeah, I'm Burt Reynolds stunt man. I do his stuff. I'm the one that does that. I'm the one that did this car jump. I'm the one that did it. So Burt just kind of got quiet, and then he started really super supporting the stunt man and did some movies where he played a stunt man and had all these stunt guys in the movie as his buddies and stuff.
Well, at least good that he ate a little crow. That's kind of a fucked up thing to do, man.
Yeah.
I do my own stunts when a guy's getting beat up to make you look awesome. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. I'd be super pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? I'm like the broken arm doing Smokey the Bandit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are we on time?
It's about time to close her down, believe it or not.
Shut it. I got to take a crap.
Okay.
Coming.
Okay. All right. Well, you can hit us up on
everything.
He's gone.
Turtle heading. Need my phone.
He's got a turtle head.
I miss you.
This has been the B Team with Cory and Jim. Thanks for listening. As always, get on that website at point19productions.com. Pick yourself up a t-shirt, and we'll see you next time. All I ask you to do is love somebody.